Hey folks, Randy Go, Trout Man with you here today. Going to do something a little different today. I'm going to upload a video that was the second video I ever put on YouTube. I don't think a whole lot of my newer subscribers have seen this video, but it was a epic day of catching shellcracker at the Bennett Lake area in Nickajack Lake. I fished with a fine-tailed banshee, 6 foot, let's see, the 6'5", 6'7", an old friend. This was one of the first high-end rods I got out of Japan back in 2014, might have been 2015, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but it's caught me a ton of fish. And you know, what you learn when you buy these rods, as the saying goes, education is not cheap. At the time, this rod was considered a high-end rod. And I bought it, and it is everything that at the time I thought it would be. It's extremely sensitive. It's extremely sensitive to this day. Not sure about what type of blank this is. Major Craft back then didn't say a whole lot about their blanks. They still don't, but although they're building some rods now with some of your 5G blanks, your T1100, they're using some of those materials, but this rod didn't have that. But here's the thing, this rod's still in your face sensitive. I mean, it is, it's just a great rod. I own 3 of these Major Craft fine-tail banshees, and they all fish the same. When I say that, what I mean they fish the same, of course, I've got a 6'7", a 6-footer, and a 6'3", super ultralight and extra ultralight. When I say they fish the same, the sensitivity feels exactly the same from one rod to the other. I mean, it's uncanny that, you know, that's the case. And when you fish as many of these rods as I have, you can detect the different feels in these rods from one rod to the other. All these rods give you a different feel. Well, these fine-tailed banshees, on all 3 of them, they give me the exact same feel when a fish thumps it. I mean, it's the exact same. But you can tell if you fish a lot of these rods, and you fish them long enough, you'll be able to pick up a rod. You can tell the difference, and believe you me, there is a difference. This rod is not as what I call polished as, say, the new Luna Key is. My ticked ice cube rod. I mean, there's some others. I'm sitting here looking at them. It's almost very similar to the new, just regular fine tail area trout rods. It's pretty good for that. As far as sensitivity, but you know, I wouldn't buy one simply because there are far better rods on the market for what you're going to pay for this, if you could still find one. I don't think you can find them anymore, but it gave me a lot of fun fishing with it. I still fish with it. I like fishing with it. It's the right length for me. I like a 6'7" rod, 6'5", 6'4", something like that, 6'6". That's my sweet spot on rods. I'll fish shorter rods, and I will sometimes fish longer rods, but my sweet spot is the 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", right in there. Just a fantastic rod. Now, this day I was fishing, I was using a Shimano Twin Pyre 2000 shallow spool high gear reel that was spooled up with 1 pound test nanofield line. Now, here's the learning part of this. That was back before I was fishing Japanese lines. I had that spool of 1 pound test nanofield since 2010, 11, something like that. I forget when I bought it. And I said, you know, I'm gonna put it on there and try it. And you know, it's a lot of fun to fish with. The sensitivity is great. But as you learn years later, when I started buying, getting Japanese lines, you learn, well, that nanofield, that's just not, that's not the way to go. So no, I no longer use nanofield line. The only braided lines I use now are the Revisited lines. I absolutely love them. If you're gonna use a braided line, that's the line you need to be using. But I had a lot of fun with this, catching trophy-sized shellcracker. And also, I wasn't using any JDM jig heads in this video. They came about shortly thereafter, as long as did my polyester line. And I lost a few fish. Of course, that's not on the video, but I lost, you know, not a whole bunch, but I lost a few. As our fish said, these U.S. market jigs are too thick and too dull on the point. You know, why they do that, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why you can't get a sharpened hook when you're wanting to use it in micro jigs, but you can't. I mean, it's just, everybody will say their hooks are sharp, but those folks that are saying their hooks are sharp, they ain't fished with these Japanese hooks. I mean, they are sharp beyond belief. And why we can't get that going here in the States, I don't understand that. I mean, you're talking maybe pennies more for that hook than, say, the mustad that's made in China, that's dull and thick and, just doesn't perform well. But anyway, had a great time catching these fish. And one of the other things I learned, and I can pass this on to you, that bed, you're going to see just a small portion in the video of where I scanned it. I didn't want to go back in and take a chance of running the fish off the bed, or I would have scanned the whole bed and let you see that. That bed was absolutely huge. It probably had 200, 300, maybe 400 fish on it. I mean, it was absolutely huge. You're going to see in the video where my boat was all the way to the bank. Those fish were all the way through there. It was awesome. I've run into a few like that over the years, but that was one that was very memorable. There's a gentleman that's going to come up. I wave him in. He was older than me at that time by a considerable amount, I think. He was fishing with night crawlers. He wasn't catching any fish, and he wanted to keep some fish. Well, you don't see it on the video, but I gave him a limit of 20 shell cracker. Now, I invited him in to fish with me, told him where to cast. He cast those night crawlers in there. He didn't catch no fish. He didn't catch first single fish. Matter of fact, as you'll see as the video goes on, he leaves. He goes back to looking for some fish, which I don't understand that, but shell cracker are funny like that. Sometimes they're very peculiar what they bite on, and sometimes they won't bite. But this day they were tearing up a trout magnet. I mean, they were absolutely killing it, and brought me a lot of fun. I missed the Bennett Lake. I miss Nickajack. That's a fact. But of course, I'm out here in Arkansas, loving it. Did some scouting 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. A friend of mine, we went out to the Henry Gray Wildlife Area. Found a lot of places to fish. Now, that place is remote. It's a wildlife area, 17,000 acres. Got a whole bunch of oxbow lakes in it. It is swamp fishing. And all the animals you're going to associate with being in a place like that, trust me, they're there. We saw about a 6.5 foot king snake. Saw one water moccasin, which was one too many for me. King snakes I can deal with, water snakes I can deal with. Them cottonmouths, I don't like nothing about them, not the first thing. I stay as far away from them as I can. But anyway, it's going to be a good place to go catch some bluegill and crappie, it looks like. I mean, there were a lot of people out there fishing, and they know something we didn't know, that it's got a lot of fish. They were camping out there. And when I tell you it's in a remote area, it's pretty remote out there. Those oxbows, there's no cell phone coverage. You're just back there. But anyway, since I've seen you last, we bought a new vehicle. Now what we did is we got rid of 2 vehicles and bought one. I'm gonna lean over and you can see it sitting in the garage there. It's a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum. Now, the first thing someone asked me, did you get a tow package on it? Because they know that I fish. Well, of course, I wouldn't have bought it without a tow package. But that will be able to tow a boat better than my Mazda. Although I had no trouble towing my boat with my Mazda. I mean, that engine in that Mazda had the torque and the horsepower to do it, so that wasn't really an issue. But the Pathfinder would be much better for that. And everybody's saying, well, how y'all gonna get along now that you only have one vehicle? Well, we're gonna get along. We pretty much go everywhere together now, and just decided we didn't need 2 vehicles. We didn't need the expense of maintaining 2 vehicles, the insurance, and the way they do vehicles out here in Arkansas, they assess a vehicle each year, and you will pay a certain amount of money on that assessment each year. So we said, we don't need all that. So we bought the one vehicle, and so far we've not got any fights over it, the wife and I. She goes where she wants to go, and I'll go where I want to go, and that's just the way it is. But anyway, folks, still looking to buy a boat end of July. They're building the boat now. It's supposed to be in production. I mean, on dealers' showroom floors by the end of July. I certainly hope it is, because that's my goal, shooting for the end of July. It might be a little later than that, but I got to get a boat soon. I want to get on Little Red River and start trout fishing. Just not a lot of bank fishing on opportunities on Little Red River. But anyway, folks, tell me what you think about this I call it revisiting videos, older videos. Quite a few fishing channels do it. I can see why they do it. You know, sometimes you may be on a vacation, or you may be taking a break or whatever, but you want to get some kind of content up, get something up, and they pick one that maybe a lot of people hadn't seen, or they want the video to do better than what it did the first go around, which I'm not really concerned about. It's going to do better than it did the first go around. What I'm concerned about is providing someone a little bit of entertainment. You know, we had a lot of talk about this between some fishing buddies and my nephew and other people. You know, what are these videos? Well, my channel, you know, I try to put out a lot of info about gear. My channel is a very small niche channel, you know, and I understand that. A lot of folks, I can name you several very successful YouTube fishing channels. By successful, I mean they're making money, a considerable amount of money, but it's entertainment. And I mean, they're catching fish and they know what they're doing, but a whole lot of audience watch fishing videos for entertainment. And not a whole lot of people watch them to get information. Now, a lot of people will disagree with that, but I'm telling you, my studies and just my using it, being a creator for the past, say, what is 6 years now, 5 years, that's a lot of it. You know, a lot of, I can show you a fishing channel where the guy don't catch squat, but he's got a pretty good number of subscribers. He's got quite a few views, but you know, it's entertainment. It's just entertainment. But anyway, folks, hope you enjoy the video. Leave me a comment on it. If you've got some question you want to ask me, send it to me, folks, at troutmagnetman@gmail.com. The reason I say that, sometimes on these comments, if you really want a question answered, I try to answer every one of them, but sometimes they get lost. My email's not going to get lost. It's going to get to me, and I will return your email. I promise you that. So hope all of you are well. Hope all of you are enjoying this Memorial Day weekend. Hope all of you are safe. Hope you're out fishing. Hope you're catching a bunch of fish. So until next time, sore lip 'em all, and life is good. Mr. Shellcracker. Mr. Shellcracker. Yes, sir. Mr. Shellcracker. Oh, man, you talk about pretty. Look at that. Now, if that ain't pretty, I don't know what is. You look at that fish. That fish. There he is. There he is. Mr. Shellcracker. Mr. Shellcracker. Yes, sir. Oh, he's a digging. He's a digging. He's a digging. Oh, this is a pretty fish. Pretty fish. There he is, Mr. Shellcracker. Mr. Shellcracker. Mr. Shellcracker. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another beautiful fish. Another beautiful fish. Wow. These things they're just awesome. They're just awesome fish. Oh man. They sure are pretty. There he is. Hey, I believe he is a pretty good one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, mercy. Whoa, what a fish. What a fish. Seven inches. Beautiful fish. There he is. There he is. Mr. Shell Cracker. Joker's digging. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, sing to me. Sing to me. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Man, these fish are just simply outstanding. No, sir, I'm not keeping them. Folks, that is just, you tell me how much better it can get than that. I don't know. There he is. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes, sir. On the 1 pound line. Yes, sir. beautiful fish. Just don't get much better, folks. Just don't get much better. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh, Mr. Shell Cracker. Oh, Mr. Shell. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful fish. On the trout magnet. Gorgeous fish. Gorgeous fish. There's Mr. Shell Cracker. Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Shell Cracker is a good one. A good one. They all good. Got to invite the gentleman over to fish. Plenty of fish here for all of us. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is something. This is something, folks. I mean, they just don't get much better than this, folks. It just don't get much better than this. I mean, these things. It's a male. He's peeing all over the place. Would you just look at that fish? They're all running about the 10-inch mark, but boy, they are. Mr. Shell Cracker, right on schedule. Mr. Shell Cracker, right on schedule. Yes, sir. These fish can pull. They can pull. Yes, sir. Boy, they're pretty fish. Pretty, 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 pretty. Pretty, pretty. Beautiful fish. Boy, they just strong, man, a muscle. They're nothing but muscle. That's all they are, just pure muscle. Almighty, what a shell cracker. You see them yellow flyers right yonder? Yeah. Cast toward them. They between this green buoy. There he is. Oh yeah. Trout magnet. 1/64 ounce. It is a nice one. It sure is. Whoa, what you talking about? That is a nice one. I can hardly get my hand around him. That is a beautiful fish right there now. There he is. There he is. This fish be digging. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, these are some quality fish, folks. There's just no other way around it. That's quality all the way. That's just a beautiful fish. There he is. Oh, they pull hard, don't they? He's digging. These jokers be digging. You know, I don't believe there's a prettier fish in the water than these fish. Folks, that's what I've been wanting right there. That's a shell cracker. Oh, mercy, get out of that buoy. Get out of that buoy. Get out of that buoy. 1 pound test line, trout magnet, shell cracker. He's doing it. He's doing it. Beautiful fish, beautiful fish, gorgeous fish. Goodness gracious me. That's 11-inch fish. That is a stud there, boy. Got me another shell cracker on. It's a house. It's a house, Mac Daddy. It's a house, folks. Oh, he's doing it. He's digging. That's a male. He's peeing everywhere. Folks, that's just a beautiful fish.